Good morning, everyone. I am wearing my dress of dreams from Erdem because today is the day that we're heading down to London. It is the start of the Queen's Jubilee celebrations here in England, which is incredibly exciting. And I'm heading down to stay at the Four Seasons. Today we're having an afternoon tea and we're watching the Trooping of the Colour and the flyover. And then, I've never done this before, by the way, which is really exciting for me. You might be thinking this is old news, but I've never done anything like this, so I'm incredibly excited about this. We're having afternoon tea. I believe we're going to be up on the terrace, and then this evening I'm going to watch Two Cellos with Carrie. This was my Christmas present, and so we've been waiting for this day to come, basically. We're not going to change for this evening either, because obviously it's a classical concert. We can be quite snazzy, and it's their last ever concert in terms of their last tour. So, yeah, I'm dressed for the day. Erdem dress, the dress that was meant to be, and I'm wearing the Victoria Beckham Fire lipstick because I wanted a little pop of red. I've got some Mappin and Webb sapphire and diamond earrings on. I've also got my Fenton & Co. Sapphire and diamond ring. Changed up my jewellery just a little bit with little pops of rose gold in there. My jacket that I'm going to throw on is my bespoke TOWCESTER and Hicks blazer. I thought this would look very lovely, just kind of draped over my shoulders if I get cold, but also quite smart. And I'm going to take, I'm going to wear my Jimmy Choo Maylies and also my Hermes Birkin. I've tried to wear as many kind of British brands today as possible, but I don't have British designer handbags, which is sad. But yeah. So that's what I'm wearing today, but I am going to do something really silly. I finished packing my suitcase, but I've had a delivery arrive, and this is from LK Bennett, and this is probably really silly because I'm probably going to want to wear one of the dresses in here. There's also some shoes and bits and pieces like that in there, but I just really want to get it open, so I'm going to get this open and show you what I got. And then I'll probably film my cutaways later because I'm not going to have time, so you'll see them a little bit later on, but for now, oh, that was an anti-climax. I was going to do a big sort of zhuzhy. It's because there's sellotape, right? Oh, I put my scissors away. Right, we're going to have to do this the hard way. Come on, put the muscles into it, Lydia. There we go. So first of all, we have a couple of pairs of shoes. Now, I've never had a pair of LK Bennett shoes before, but when I saw these, I had to. So these are navy. Oh, they're gorgeous. I really, really hope they do this silhouette in tan as well, in tan leather, because sadly my Manolos are getting worn quite quickly, but I wanted to get these. Imagine these with like a classic white dress. Even with this dress, these would look so adorable. And they've got a beautiful navy leather trim. Do they fit? Please fit. But I just instantly fell in love with these. Oh my gosh, they fit the dream. The dream! And they are so elegant on. I prefer a pointed flat. Let me just show you quickly, because as you can see, I just love a pointed flat. I think that they instantly make dresses look so much better with flat shoes. I think round toes, on me personally, aren't hugely flattering, but these are an absolute win. They've made me very, very happy. So that's the first pair of shoesies. I've never had a pair of stripy shoes before. And we have the next pair of shoes. Dear Lydia, we hope you enjoy wearing your new LK Bennett pieces. Thanks, girls. So these ones are a bit of a wild card, but how adorable are these? I'm not going to pop these on now, but these are a green striped chunky block heel. Oh my gosh, they are so, so cute. I'm just loving stripes at the moment, and I'm not fussy on colours either, so these are so beautiful. I'll pop them back in. Honestly, I feel like LK Bennett shoes are such a beautiful, beautiful selection. If you haven't checked their shoes out before, you definitely should. Then, oh gosh, I ordered more shoes. I forgot about this. I also ordered, forgot about these, and I am so happy with these. Oh my goodness. So these are a tan leather, like sandal, but I wanted something that didn't have too much embellishment on it. And these are perfect, absolutely perfect, exactly what I wanted. They're kind of similar in style to the Valentino rock stud kind of sandals, but without all of the embellishments, so a little bit more classic, which is what I'm trying to hone a bit more in my wardrobe. Love, love, love those. And then we have the dresses. So if you remember, I mentioned, I'm just going to get it out first, I mentioned the blue gingham shirt dress from LK Bennett. From LK Bennett. And this is said shirt dress. Incredibly timeless, but also nice and structured. It's actually the exact same length as the dress that I'm wearing as well, so I know that it'll look nice. This would have been a lovely option for today as well, because it's a navy gingham, which, oh, I love it. I think it comes in some other colours as well, so I'll link those in the description box down below. And this is the blue gingham dress on. I love it, like absolutely love it. I love the length. This is the exact same length as my down dress, like I said, but it has got such a beautiful weight to the fabric. It's not like heavy, but it's obviously completely like not see-through whatsoever, but the fabrics that they've used are just so beautiful. Like I am such a fan, and I love that you can have it slightly unbuttoned. You know, I like a shirt dress. It's like combining the two styles that I like, a little bit more sophisticated with elegant style, and this is all of those things. I think I'm going to wear this for our little party at ours on Saturday, because we've got a blue and white theme like for what we have to wear, and so I thought that I would wear this with a red lip potentially, but oh, it's so lovely. And again, you don't need to pop a belt with this because it nips in at the waist really nicely. It's got lovely like darts and pleats in all of the right places, and a good structured collar as well. You could obviously have it fully done up, but I like a little bit of neck on show. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Then this dress is so beautiful, I actually cannot cope. So I would not usually go for pink. Like pink is just, I just don't think it's my colour. However, this is just too elegant not to. It's like the most perfect, almost like tea dress. And it's got green on it and blue, so hopefully that will offset it. But when I saw this, I just think it's one of those dresses that looks as light as a feather, but you just feel wonderful in it. There's not too much to it. Beautiful sort of t-shirt, cap sleeved, zip back, round neck, just, there's not much to it, but you wait till you see it on. That's all I'm gonna say. So this is the pink floral LK Bennett dress, and I actually have a wedding coming up, and I think this could be such a lovely option. It's as light as a feather, like genuinely as light as a feather. It feels like I'm wearing like a silk handkerchief or something like that, because it's just so elegant and light. I don't think I own a single dress like this or in this kind of fabric. Is this silk? It must be silk. Come on, my love, where are you? What are we, hey? So it's 100% silk, which is what I would have thought, because this is as light as a feather. What I really like about this dress is it has this beautiful ruching just under the bust, so it just creates a little bit more of shape, but also nips in at the perfect place. Like I would not add a belt to this dress, because this just skims the like waist points beautifully. I think that the design of this dress is just as beautiful as the fabric. It's got a very, very delicate shoulder roll in it that just puffs gently. You know who would wear this dress? Kate Middleton. This is a very Kate Middleton dress, and I feel very Kate Middleton when wearing it. And I think the pattern on it is beautiful. It's got a nice little amount of green. Honestly, I would never usually wear pink, but I think this will be perfect for a wedding, and seeing as I have one with some cute accessories, I don't know which ones yet. Maybe my Lady Dior bag. I've popped my Maylies on, which are almost kind of barely their heels. I think this is so beautiful. I think it comes in another colour as well. I think it comes in sort of like a bluey colour, but if it came in green, I would have got it, but it didn't come in green in this style, so unfortunately I have settled for the pink, but I actually really like the pink and it looks nice in my wardrobe too. And then the final piece is the same kind of print, but in a more cotton-like fabric. Sweetheart neckline, ruched back, and little cap sleeves. Slightly shorter than this, so this is more of a midi dress, but it looks very beautiful. I love the fabric on this. Just lovely. And in fact, this is almost the exact same color as my dressing room as well. But I think that this print is it's just a lovely, lovely summer dress. And I just love dresses. I really, really love dresses, and LK Bennett dresses. Amazing. So this is a green version of the same fabric as the other dress. I wish I'd steamed this. I actually didn't think I was going to love this as much as I do. This could actually be such a great option for the wedding. I actually think I feel a little bit more me in this because it's got this really lovely sweetheart neckline and a little keyhole detail there, but still got the structure to the sleeves. It's not as beautiful as the other fabric. This is not silk. I believe this will be cotton. Let's double check that because we love to check. 96% cotton and 4% elastane, because it does have a slight stretch to it, probably for comfort reasons. But I really like the sleeves on this. They've got actually a tiny little shoulder roll in here as well to just give a little bit of a puff, and again skims the waist really nicely. So you'll have to let me know which one you think I should wear for the wedding. Should I wear the pink or the green? I'm comfortable in either, and I just think that they're lovely, really. Gosh, I feel very, very lucky. These are such good dresses and they just look so lovely on. You don't need to do anything to them. They just sit perfectly. I will definitely be ordering more LK Bennett dresses after this. I'm not going to try the shoes on with you because the shoes don't actually go with these dresses. So you'll see me wearing them because I've literally already tried them on and love them. So you'll see me wearing them in other vlogs. But the shoes are, oh my gosh. Literally, Fee came in today and she was like, I love those striped shoes. I'm like, yes, me too. But yeah, so you have to let me know which one to wear. So those are the pieces. I would have tried them onto the side of the frame. If you, well, let me know which one you like in the comments down below. I am going to pack, well, no, I'm not going to pack any of them because I'm coming home tomorrow and then changing, and then we've got a like Jubilee party. So I'm not going to pack them, but I might actually take the Gingham one just to be safe in case I change my mind on this one. Anyway, I'm going to get packed because we are heading down to London for the day. We are arriving into London and our car is ready. Thank you very much. All of these beautiful flowers. We've got hydrangeas, we've got alliums, absolutely gorgeous. How funny is this? Those are exactly the two fragrances that Ali and I got at the, not obviously the sandwiches, but at the airport, Empresa and Halfetti. But we're on our way up to the 10th floor of the Four Seasons Park Lane.
She was like, that's my design. You look beautiful in it.
I'm not wearing my collection, but I'm literally wearing my dress in my Do you wear anything else?
anything.
I don't know. I just wasn't expecting to be in a suite. Oh, you're in a suite. Wow. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my. I was not expecting this at all. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is nuts. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Look, we've got the tea here and vegetables.
Oh!
Look, okay, I'm sorry.
That is a view!
I don't ever want to sit at another desk that doesn't look out like this. I'm moving in. Wow, oh my gosh. This is phenomenal. So which suite is this?
It's the park suite.
The park suite.
Like-
Is this the dressing room?
It is.
Oh, stop it. Oh my goodness.
This is huge.
Wow. Wow. My jaw is literally on the floor. My goodness, it doesn't stop. I'll just sleep in the cupboard. So there's two bathrooms.
Yes.
Because I loved it when you were like, you haven't seen the bathroom, and I was like, oh, I did, it's here. There's two.
Good gracious, no, that's the powder room.
That's the powder room, okay. Take the gun out of my budget shit. Wow, oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is so beautiful.
You are most welcome.
I feel very spoiled. I don't even feel like I felt like I was dressed for the occasion upstairs. I don't feel like I'm dressed for my room. Wow. Gosh. Well, I thought I would vlog just in case when we walked in there was too many oh my gods and oohs and ahs, as I usually do, because I get incredibly, what's the word? Overwhelmed with these things. But we've had the loveliest day upstairs, basically in the event space here at the Four Seasons Park Lane, and there were so many lovely people there. We met Montana, and I also met Francesca, and there was just so many people that I would never normally meet. And even Carrie said to me, she was like, oh my god, it was so nice to just meet so many new people. So yeah, anyway, we've had a really lovely day, and then been surprised with our room being upgraded to what is quite possibly the bougiest suite ever. Oh my gosh. I could literally just sleep in the toilet and it's big enough for me. But this is incredibly lovely. It's got so many rooms. I couldn't believe how many rooms there were. But you come in, and I love a console table. I love a little console table vignette like this, and it is very, very nice. And you've got the powder room, which we actually, there we go, turn the lights on in there, that's it. You can still see my outfit, which I got lots of lovely compliments on, so I'm very happy with that. Big mirrors. Lovely wallpaper in here as well, lovely. And then as you come out of the powder room, you have quite possibly the most incredible view in London. Like, look at this for a desk. I don't think I'll ever want to work anywhere else other than here. What a great place for people watching as well. And down there, it looks like there is, oh, there's some filming going on down there as well. How lovely, that looks like a little champagne bar down there. I bet you see some absolutely wonderful cars go past here as well, because on Park Lane you've got Aston Martin, you've got, I believe you've got Bentley, or Bentley might be on Berkeley Square, I'm not sure. There's obviously BMW as well. There's a lot of lovely car showrooms down here, so I bet you see some pretty lovely cars. This is obviously the desk, the little working desk area. Then we have the living room, complete with fireplace, which makes me feel very at home. Ginger jars, little horsey statue, which is nice. This is a lovely little setup, isn't it? Very, very nice. Lots of hydrangeas. And then we have some treats on here for the Jubilee, which I love that they went for the purple theme. Why is it purple? I don't understand, because there's a theme that's purple, which is why on Flower Box everything was purple rather than...
Maybe it's her favourite colour.
Maybe, yeah. Because
there's also that book, When I'm Old I'll Wear Purple, which seems a little bit passive aggressive.
But we've got a lovely little setup here as well with some purple treats, little macaron, lovely. And then coffee station, which is always very important. And you come through back into the hallway. This is the dressing room, complete with our stuff already in the room as well. I've left my shoes there because my feet needed a rest. And then, ta-da! And then the bedroom, which, goodness me, what a space. How lovely is this? And do you know what I love? I love that it's so different to my own house, because that's one of the things. It's like you want to come somewhere where you feel like it's a different feeling to where you normally are, and this very much is that. And then bathroom, shower, toilet, and mirror, which is just, oh, lovely. So now our evening descends into my Christmas celebrations, where we're going to see two cellos, which I've obviously told you about. We'll probably end up getting some food to the room, and obviously getting...
I'm on it already.
Oh, we've got the all-day dining up. Goodness me. Yeah, so we're going to get some food and probably have some drinks here, and then we've got a car coming, a very lovely car coming to pick us up and take us to the venue, which, gosh, what a lovely day. This is how I want to spend all Thursdays moving forward. Feels like a Saturday, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
I'm complaining about that. There's
No.
some more wine, there's ordered some food.
Yeah.
This Saturday.
There's Saturday. Ooh, beef carpaccio. So we are having lunch before we head out. Well, it's more of like a late lunch, to be honest. We have a Sancerre, which looks very, very lovely. New potatoes, chips. I've gone for the chicken, and Carrie has a tuna salad, which looks lovely. So we're going to sit down and enjoy some food. You might be able to hear Carrie talking to herself in the living room. She actually thinks that I'm listening to her, but I have left the room. Anyway, I am ready for two cellos now. We've had dinner and I've just refreshed my makeup. I took off the red lip because the one thing I would say about red lip is that I just worry that I'm talking to someone and it's all across my face. And even though it wasn't, and it had stayed absolutely fine all over my face, I just feel so much more comfortable with the balm. So I love the colour of that lipstick, but I have gone back to my Clé de Peau, and I am loving my brows like this. I hope that I'm able to recreate this look because they just feel so much softer on my face. And I know I always get messages like, why do you do your eyebrows like that? The thing is that my brows are naturally thick, but when you start filling them in, I feel like they get even thicker. So you have to be very, very careful. It has to be like a conscious effort. Most of the time I roll out of bed at night, and I am, at night? I don't roll out of bed at night. I roll out of bed in the morning, very early. And I'm just like, just get the brows on my face, just get the lips on my face. And I don't really think about it too much, but actually I have to be quite conscious to not press too hard, to not use something that's too dark, and to just, less is more, okay? Less is always more. So anyway, I've popped my jacket over the top of my dress. This is from TOWCESTER & Hicks, and this is what I hope will keep me warm when we're at the concert later. We are waiting for our car to arrive, but we're going to head downstairs, and we have enjoyed a very, very lovely bottle of Sancerre this evening, so feeling very happy about that. But Carrie's just told me that she thinks we're going to be the most overdressed people there, and I was like, well, I thought you said it was fancy. Otherwise I would have changed, but I didn't bring a change of outfit. So if you see us at the Two Cellos concert, you may well know that we are overdressed, but who cares? Anyway, the other thing I have to show you is this wonderful view that I completely missed. I'm going to change it so that you're not very blue. There we go. This makes me feel like I'm in Paris. I can't tell you how many times I've looked out of my windows in Paris and just seen this kind of view, but this is London. And I didn't know that you could get views like this. Look at how lovely that is. I think in the morning it is going to be a doors open, enjoying the English sunrise. Oh, what a day to kick off the Queen's Jubilee. We have just got back to our room after a wonderful evening at Two Cellos, and look at this. I don't think I've ever seen London like this. Coming home and having a living room that is this almost feels like I'm on holiday. You know, like when you're on holiday and you stay in a hotel and there's like all of the other rooms. I don't know, I feel like you never see that in London. But yeah, I can see rooms just there, and then look at all of this life. When I look outside of my windows, there's never this much life, other than like pheasants. But yeah, no, this is very cool to I could just watch this all evening. Good morning, everyone. From a very small breakfast spread. Yes, both of those croissants are for me. But we do have some very, very lovely blueberry jam with orange blossom. That sounds lovely. I might have to try that. And we both have coffees. Are they both black? Black coffees in lovely mugs, to be honest. And I have just done my makeup. overlooking London, ready for the day. Good evening everyone. I've been the world's worst vlogger today. I vlogged literally nothing. I came back from London, we went for sort of like a dinner with friends, and I've come home and now I'm just gonna basically get myself ready for bed. I've taken my makeup off and I thought this was the perfect opportunity for me to tell you about something that I absolutely love, seeing as I've been such a bad vlogger today. But you will have noticed, if you watch my vlogs religiously, you will have noticed that I started using this about 6 months ago. And I started off by talking about it then, but I really wanted to get to grips with it and tell you exactly why I love this product, because it has, honestly, I think it's an absolute, and I know I use the game changer a lot when I describe things that I'm working on, but it's kind of the deciding factor as to whether I work on something or not. There are lots of products out there that don't really do a lot for our skin, but I could easily be like, oh, this is amazing. I want something to be like, no, this is a game changer in my skincare routine. I first heard about it from Zana, and when I heard her talk about this brand, I was like, this is incredibly interesting for me. The brand is Skin and Me, and basically it's skincare that is designed by dermatologists. So you've got all of their expertise, experience and knowledge going into the development of this skincare as like a product. You then basically send a picture of your skin and have a consultation of all of the things that you're basically like concerned about. But the thing that was fascinating to me was that the ingredients that they've put into my daily doser, which is this, is nothing that was in my skincare. And I thought this is fascinating for me because I didn't think or know anything about these products. And that's something that I notice in skincare a lot. They're almost like fad products that, not fad products, but they're almost like trend ingredients that end up being in everything for a while. And actually I just want to know the ingredients that are going to work for my skin. So to tell you what is in my daily doser, I have 10% azelaic acid and 4% niacinamide. The azelaic acid is an antioxidant with evidence that it improves skin texture, which I have noticed. And the niacinamide is 4% and antioxidant that promotes skin firmness. Now, I'm 34, so I'm conscious about aging and things like that. So along with the other things that I do for my skincare is a huge, huge factor in that. And the one thing that I noticed instantly from using this is probably the azelaic acid, because my skin just felt like I'd never experienced it feel like that before, especially on a day-to-day basis. I've used things that resurface my skin before, but the actual resurfacing doesn't last the whole day and my skin would almost dry out. This is like a constant daily dose that doesn't dry out my skin but continues those effects. And basically you get sent a new daily doser every month. You can increase your daily dose of what's inside your daily doser, but you don't have to. I found that my skin performed best just at the percentages that were in my first daily doser. So I could go back and say, actually, I think that we've got it right here. So can we stick at that for a little while? And then if it stops working for my skin, I'll increase it then. And so it really is kind of like tailor-made for you and your skin concerns. The thing that I love about it as well is one thing that I am a nightmare for is overusing my product. So this, I'm gonna use it for you now. You basically have a countdown to the end of the month here, and you just twist until it clicks, and you get the amount of product that you should be using on your skin. So I just swipe it off the top, rub it into my hands, and basically work it into your skin, your neck, your décolletage, wherever you feel like you need the effects. It gets dry quite quickly, so you need to just work it in quite quickly because it is going to, you're going to feel the effects straight away. I put it on, I brush my teeth, I put on my magnesium body butter, I put on my pajamas, I do all of the little tidbits like take the cushions off the bed whilst it does its thing. I kind of leave it on for 10 minutes to work because that's basically what they said. Once the 10 minutes is up, roughly 10 minutes, depends how much I've got to do that night, I then apply a moisturizer, my Beauty Pie Japan Fusion, which I feel is the perfect product for after this, because you do get to a point where you're like, I can feel this working. I want to get some like moisture into my skin. These two together are my match made in heaven, because it doesn't interfere with my daily dose of working, but it gives my skin what it needs as well. When I wake up in the morning, oh my gosh, my skin is the best it has ever looked. And I feel like I've just simplified everything. I'll still use other kinds of acids if I feel like I need it, but generally this is what I use day to day, because I don't experience any downtime. I can't overdo it because I have my daily dose. Like, I don't experience any kind of redness, you know, when sometimes you maybe overuse a retinol or something like that. All of the hard work is done for you within this product, so that you don't have the downtime on your skin, and it's tailor-made so that your skin always looks its best. I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting as much of the information about this as possible, and the reasons why I love it as well, because for me it's just simplifying everything, and it's kind of removed the margin of error, if that makes sense, that you can very easily do with skincare. But also I've been introduced to 2 products that I'm not hugely familiar with that have changed my skincare, so I can still use lots of the other products that I love and enjoy, but I'm still using 2 ingredients that are working towards my actual skin goals. Basically, that's why I love it. I have a discount code, it's Lydia, so you can pop that in at checkout, and basically that means that your first month is £3.50, so you get your first daily doser for £3.50. It's usually £24.99, so it's a good way to try it out and see if it's something that you like, if it works within your skincare, but also that you see the benefits. I am quietly confident that first of all, you'll be introduced to ingredients that you didn't know that you needed. A lot of the time we see things online and we're like, oh, maybe that will work for me, but this is actually somebody who understands your skincare concerns, tailor making the skincare for you. So I think that that's where the USP really is. And I personally am so grateful for the fact that I now have azelaic acid in my life, because I had no idea. As always, I like to mention as well that the girls in the office are also very much into Skin and Me as well, and I think that's important. For me, I love to hear the girls in the office views on things as well, because we've all got different skin, and I know that there are lots of people with different skin to me watching this, and so far the girls in the office are signed up, loving it and using it as well. Anyway, I've been very excited to tell you a little bit more about this since I started it a few months ago, but I can hear that Lumi is having her evening bath in bed, so I should probably get into bed. But I'll pop a link in the description box down below along with my code. I'll give a bit of a breakdown of the prices so that you are aware of like the savings and things like that. And also I'll pop the details of my daily doser down there as well, just in case you want to know. But yours will be basically tailor-made to you. That's the thing that I think is absolutely brilliant about it. And I will be waking up tomorrow with beautiful skin, and I think that I'm in a really good place with my skincare at the moment, and I'm excited to use skincare now, because sometimes I get to a point where I'm like, nothing's working, I don't know what my skin needs, and I feel like now I know exactly what my skin needs, and every day I've got the right amount to give to it. So I'm gonna get into bed, and I'll pop a link to where you can sign up to Skin and Me. I'll also pop my discount code down there with all of the information on the savings. It is £3.50 for your first month, so you can try it out. I think that's such an affordable way to basically get to grips with it. You will start to see a benefit straight away. You'll notice from the first moment that you use it. So by the end of the month, if it isn't working for you, I'm pretty sure that you'll know whether you want to continue, and I'm quietly confident that you will want to continue. So I'll pop all of the details in the description box down below. I am going to jump into bed because I am absolutely pooped. Good morning, everyone. I thought I'd quickly show you the skin, or my skin, the morning after, so you can see that there's a really nice, like, dewy shine to it. It's usually a little bit pink as well, but it doesn't feel it. It just looks a little bit like flushed. That's when I know that my daily doser has worked. And I wake up in the morning and I'm so excited to do like my morning skincare and get my makeup on my face, because it always looks so lovely. So just thought I'd give you a shot before I get ready for the day. Good morning, everyone. Today we are doing a little bit of a celebration with one of our couple friends. Obviously, you know, Carrie and her partner, but we are just mid in the sort of setup of the table area. I've done cucumber and cream cheese sandwiches just because great British delicacy there. And I'm making some lovely pesto pasta. We're doing some meats. Ali's gone to the shop to get that. I'm baking a cake. It's gonna be fairly like light but lovely food. So mozzarella, tomatoes with olive oil sprinkled over it, just kind of things that you can pick at, but also good sustenance, I think. So at the moment I am just working on the gluten-free basil pasta. Basil pasta? Pesto pasta. This shouldn't take too long to do at all, and it'll just be served cold as well. My little table scape. Very, very minimal stuff here, but I've gone for white potted roses that I got from Flower Box. And then I've also got some blue, like navy blue linen napkins that I got from Amazon. These are also from Amazon. I thought instead of like all plates and everything, there can be some on some bits of linen. I'll light the candles in a little bit. The boys are in there, and I'm probably gonna make a hell of a mess in the kitchen, but hopefully I'll have time to clear up. We have a freshly cleaned fridge that's giving me a lot of joy at the moment. It's all been scrubbed to within an inch of its life. I'm also going to do some hummus and carrots and cucumber and things like that. Just a lovely spread. There's going to be lots of mozzarella as well, as I'm sure you can tell. Another lemon drizzle cake is currently in the oven. Had a bit of a change of heart with the tablescape, so we're just going for a bit of a white and green theme. I think the white roses look beautiful, works with all of the decor, all of the stuff that I already have. These green glasses work really, really well. We've done a little tomato and mozzarella with olive oil. We've got the sandwiches, we've got the pasta, cucumber water, cake stand ready. We've got a Sancerre in the fridge, getting cold, and Ali has some potatoes, olives and meats to do, as well as some lovely asparagus as well. So we are all set for our friends to arrive. Barkley.
Polly's like, it's too far.
Polly's like, I can't, my leg doesn't.
You pull under his armpits, and he'll come up.
I don't want to hurt his arm.
No, go for it, just go for
3,
it.
2, 1, go.
Barkley. Oh my goodness, be careful.
Royal Rumble.
Oh my goodness.
Off.
Oh, no.
Off.
Barkley. Good boy. Good boy. Come on. Yay. Silly boy.
Off. Call to come here to assess everything.
What is the adjudicator? You're the adjudicator. Good morning, everyone. You may be able to tell that I have just filmed the cutaways for you to see these over at the beginning of the vlog, because I'm always like stitching in cutaways elsewhere. But it's now Monday and I have just washed my hair. I also had a PT session this morning and did a lovely dog walk. I also put out one of my first little English countryside grandmother videos on TikTok, and it's actually done really well. And I thought maybe it would be something that maybe needs to grow a little bit or whatever. But I always feel like it's so much easier to talk about these things on YouTube. But it's just a funny one, isn't it? Because I read through some of the comments, and I was really careful when I filmed this video, because I was like, I believe that this whole countryside grandmother aesthetic thing, I mean, it's not just for people that have loads of money, because anyone can do these things. You don't have to live in a certain place. Like for the most part, it's a state of mind. Like this was the thing that I was saying, was that, you know, if I had if I still lived in my old house, I would have now, probably during the pandemic, created a kitchen garden in my back garden, because even though we lived like right by a road and we were in an ex-council like housing estate, I would have still done that, and I wouldn't have let anything other than like any external influences change that, because that is what I wanted. And I'm very confused by the comments on the video. Not confused, like I understand. Sometimes I think I live in another world. Okay, and I don't mean in like another world in a monetary sense. I think outside of my head. And I actually heard about this in a podcast recently. They were talking about a lady who survived through a very famous, awful situation in the past. I don't want to offend anyone. And she said that the reason that she survived that and made it through like in a good space is that prison is in your head. So if you believe that you are in prison, then you are imprisoned. She said that throughout her entire time in when she was like locked away, she believed that she was free. She believed that she was dancing somewhere like at the Royal Opera House or something, and every day she was just in her mind, that's where she was dancing. And I think, maybe I don't have that much amount of power in my head, but I believe that you create a lot of your life and how you live your life in here. And so from these comments that I'm reading on my thing, I see that a lot of people are allowing themselves to be restricted because of the way that they think, if that makes sense. Like all of the things that I mentioned, living in the countryside, that is definitely not mutually exclusive for people of wealth. I lived in the countryside my whole life, and I do not come from like a wealthy family. We lived anyway. But you know, I can find a lot of more expensive homes in London. It's definitely more expensive to live in London than it is in the countryside. The other one was like buying into like classic style. So whether that's in your home, whether that's in your wardrobe, again, buying classic is the best position to be in, to be able to shop things secondhand, antique, like Facebook Marketplace. I follow a lady on TikTok who literally has furnished her entire home from Facebook Marketplace, and it looks so expensive, it's unbelievable. And then I talked about getting outside more, whether you've got a dog, whether you have a garden, whether you have a horse. I think the horse thing is probably the most inflammatory, because I think it's one of those things that naturally owning a horse can be expensive. If you do like full livery, and if you're buying like a special horse, I don't pay anything for him. I am loaning him. So generally what you do when you're loaning a horse is you help out either with exercise or like the care or whatever of the horse. And so I am able to enjoy the benefits of owning a horse, but essentially I don't own a horse and it doesn't cost the same. And so all of these things that I put into this thing, they don't have to be expensive. Like if you're thrifty enough, you don't have to be expensive. But what it seems like is people are just wanting to be offended by the things that I'm saying because it's not their reality, but it could be their reality. It really could. Maybe I'm like missing it, but I always try to understand things and from other people's perspective. But on this, it just seems that half of the time it seems like people are making these comments because they want to misconstrue what you're saying. And like I said, I'm not hurt by these, but I almost feel sad that people put so much emphasis on money, because it's not the answer. And I know I can say that because I'm here experiencing what I have, but it's not the answer to this. It really isn't. And I think that anyone who's watched my videos for years and years and years will know that I believed that my house was the best thing ever when I lived in my old house, and I still think it's the best thing ever. But I'm able to see that because I don't have that mindset. I could easily go onto TikTok and look at people who are living a completely unattainable life to me and tell them that they're wrong, or they're a Tory, or they're this, that, and the other for doing those things. But why? I don't understand, and maybe this is a culture that will change on TikTok as older people come to the platform. But even when one person commented, they were like, oh, if you've got the money for this. And so I replied, then I think I'm being helpful. I'm like, so actually you can get really beautiful linen clothing in classic styles from H&M. Like, I love H&M, especially for their linen collection in summertime. I obviously said about the getting outside, like anyone can get outside. You don't even have to have a back garden to get outside. There are beautiful parks, there are public footpaths in the UK, which I know that we are so lucky to have as a country, because I didn't even realize when American people are like, are you just walking across someone's land? Like, yes, in England we have public footpaths, and it's really lovely to be able to walk across beautiful fields and areas, like beautiful areas. It's really lovely. I said obviously about not needing to buy things new, you can buy old furniture, blah, 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 blah. And living in the country. Anyway, I think I'm being helpful, and my intentions are purely just maybe to inspire someone to do some of those things in their life, but also then when I respond, just to offer up solutions and be helpful. And someone's like, oh, you're so condescending. And I'm like, that's so interesting, because isn't condescending, first of all, a tone? And isn't tone really hard to construe across? Anyway, I'm like digressing here. I almost want to take those people and be like, no, you've got it wrong. You don't have to have that, or you don't have to earn that, or whatever. There is so many ways for you to embrace countryside grandmother chic, and you don't need to a lot of it's free. Like, a lot of the things that you can do are free. Like, just enjoying countryside, enjoying nature. Like, how often do I go out and chop branches down off my trees and put them in vases? Like, that's free foliage for your home to make it even more beautiful, and it'll make you feel amazing. But then I'll also buy plants that are potted so they don't die and they last forever, and it's great value for money. There are ways for you to do things if you want to do them. But if you always want to see the negative or the sad side to things, or the defeatist, and I can understand that it must be hard if you feel like you've been knocked down loads. Maybe you've lost a little bit of your inspiration or your drive. I can understand that that's hard when you see somebody else doing all of the things that maybe you might want to do. But I think the biggest thing that I learned is that those prisons are usually, a lot of the time, it won't be in every single time, but a lot of the time, you almost hold yourself back from what's in here. I often do it, and I've had to learn to not hold myself back because of what I think, and actually open up my eyes to what I can do to do things differently. And there are obviously restrictions to that, but it made me sad. Not obviously that people are choosing to aim it at me, because I understand that people are angry, but it made me sad because I was like, oh, I just want to organize a picnic somewhere and show you, and just, I don't know, maybe there's a job for me somewhere. You know how Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen would go into people's houses and make them nice? Maybe there's a show, a TV show that I'll be able to do one day, and I basically go in and I help people live a more English country grandmother side life. I definitely think that I would watch that. You know, I'd set up a kitchen garden in a tiny little postage stamp in their garden or on their balcony, or find them an allotment or something like that, or a little herb truck that goes on your window. That's where mine started. I had a little herb bed on my windowsill, and then it grew, and then it grew some more, and then it grew some more. And it's people just see the end result and don't think about the journey. I'm being very philosophical right now, but it just makes me sad. And you know what? I see a lot of this in my own, people in my own family, my own siblings. I'm like, you don't even try to start, or to even just embrace a little bit of it, or believe that it's possible. Because if you believe that it's possible, you're always going to be working towards that one thing from thing happening or being more abundant in your life. And I don't know. I just like read through them and I'm just like, why do you do that? Anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed making the video, and I am trying to be extremely sensitive and conscious when I'm making the videos so that it is accessible to everyone. I am hopeful that I'm also going to be doing videos of different budgets for like English countryside grandmother style outfits and things like that, because I've definitely seen that there is a market for this now. I think that there's a lot of people that are like, yes, I'm so excited for these videos, and it won't be for everyone. And the one thing I always say is that not every piece of content that is put out on the internet is for you. Like when I'm served something about like motorbikes, for example, I don't go and have a go at them because I don't have a motorbike. It's not for me. And so it's just a very, very interesting thing. It is. But it's nice to be in the place where I am now in terms of like the way that I see comments. If you remember, I used to say that. It used to feel like I was being punched every time. And it's so nice to not be in that position anymore. Gosh, that was exhausting. I used to feel so like attacked all the time, and I was like, don't be mean to me. And now I often can read between the lines and see the different things and see maybe the misunderstanding, because sometimes I'm not very good at explaining things, but also seeing when someone wants to just misunderstand you as well, because I often find that I'm like, I feel like I was really clear then, but I don't know how you didn't understand that, but that's fine. But then there's also those people that just want to be horrible to you as well. There's one person in the comments that like, I remember blocking her at least 5 years ago, and I remember seeing her because she was so beautiful. And not that that matters, but I remember thinking, wow, you are so beautiful. And yet in an instant, from the way that you're speaking to me, you don't seem like a very nice person. And so instantly, it's like that Roald Dahl quote where he says, you know, if you think lovely thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams. Anyway, this girl, I blocked her years ago, and I remember her name and I remember how she looked. Not everyone sticks with me like this one girl. And I've seen her in my TikTok comments because she's obviously come and found me on TikTok since I've been creating more content. And she follows me on TikTok. And I saw her say something again where she's purposely trying to misunderstand me or make me feel silly. I don't know why, maybe to make herself feel better, I don't know. And I'm like, you know, you're still here doing this. And we also have mutual like people in I think we have mutual acquaintances. I'm pretty sure she's friends with some of the PRs in the industry. I've seen her on their Instagrams before, and I was like, this is so interesting for me that like I tried to do you a favor and remove my content from you so that it doesn't upset you. That's what I do a lot of the time. Is more than anything, I just don't want to upset you. Now it's not for me, I do it for you because I know how important it is not to follow content that upsets you. I don't do it. It takes willpower when it's other people that are obviously sending me things, and I've had some really good conversations about it, but I did that with her, and then she's following me on TikTok now, and it's like, but at what point do you just accept that my content isn't for you, and you don't need to try to change me, you don't need to be unkind to me, you just need to do you and be okay with being you, and let me be okay with being me and living my life. Because if I didn't post it on the internet, you wouldn't know, and it wouldn't make you angry. So yeah. Wow, that is a big old chat. I love my chats with you though. But in all honesty, it's hard when you're doing a 1 minute video on TikTok to cover your ass for every eventuality that someone could misinterpret what you're saying. And if you followed me for a long time, you'll know that my intentions are always pure. I feel like my intentions are always pure for everything that I do. I never want to hurt anyone, I never want to upset anyone, and I never want to make anyone feel less than something. But I also have to be aware of the fact that some people give other people their power so much that they allow people to make them feel something about themselves, even though it was nothing to do with them. And when people do that, it doesn't become my problem then. I'll try and help by removing my content from them, But other than that, it's down to you. It's down to you not to consume the stuff that upsets you. And I will upset people, and people will upset me. But the difference between me and a lot of people is I think, do you know what? I'm not gonna watch this anymore because it makes me feel like this about myself. And I'm happy with myself until I watch that stuff. And so I'm not gonna do it anymore. So yeah. Anyway, I'm wearing this beautiful dress from Bennett, which is so lovely. Like, what a lovely neckline. What a lovely neckline. I'm trying to decide whether I'm gonna wear this for the wedding. But anyway, today has been, I don't know whether to do an opening of, no, I'm not gonna open any deliveries. I'm gonna open some deliveries with you in my next video, I think, because Ali and I are very, very busy this week. Good busy though, good busy. I've got one day in London. I'm going to see Billie Eilish in concert. I'm gonna be the most uncool person going to see Billie Eilish ever, but I'm very excited for it. We're going with Sky, which I'm really, really looking forward to. And then you're just gonna have to come back and find out what we're doing next because we're off on an adventure. Anyway, so I will see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget about my offer with Skin and Me. I am fully reaping the benefits of the ease of their products every single day at the moment. And I feel like it's such a nicely simplified way for all of the faff that is skincare. And you can just kind of dip in and out of other things, but you know that your sort of baseline is doing the most for your skin. But anyway, I really like chatting with you guys, and I love it when you guys respond and you're like this, that, and the other, and you share your perspective on things, and it's lovely. So anyway, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.